Hi, everybody. Joel Pitney here, founder of Launch My Book. Here to share with you a tip from a conversation I had with an author today. So, one of the most common questions we get from people who are self-publishing their book is how should they price it? And I find that there's an interesting perspective that most people who are talking about this topic overlook, and that is what environment is the person buying your book going to purchase it in? So, first thing you got to remember is that your book is not like milk, right? And by that I mean people aren't going to a grocery store and comparing a bunch of different varieties of your book to figure out which one is the cheapest, right? If you're doing that with milk or cereal or bread, price is going to be a fairly big factor for you. With a book, most people who are going to show up on Amazon are going to be there because you told them to go there, okay? They're going to have heard you on a podcast, they're going to have seen a social media post. They're already going to be a motivated buyer, and they're going to want to buy your book because they heard about it and it looks interesting. And so for them, cost is not going to be the biggest priority. In fact, the price is probably going to be something they only see at the very end. And so my philosophy of pricing is that you want to price it as high as you can without making anyone think twice. So the reason you want to price it as high as you can is that you want to maximize your royalties. Now, if you don't care about that, then maybe you go a little bit lower. But most people, why not have a little bit more money per sale? And so again, you want to price that book as high as you can in a way that's not going to make someone think twice about buying your book, right? Because again, that's not the main reason they're there. So you want to have it priced low enough where you're not going to scare them from making that purchase, but not too low where you're going to leave money sitting on the table. So how do you figure out what that range is? Well, that is going to be based on the genre. It's going to be based on the length, etc. What I always advise people to do is go to your favorite local bookstore. Go to the section where your book would most likely be and look at books that are similar as possible as you can get. So, author I was talking to today is doing a business memoir that is color printed but paperback, which is kind of a rare combo. And so I asked that author to go to Barnes & Noble or the local independent bookstore and take a look. Hey, are there any examples of paperback books that are printed in color, right? Ideally in your genre, but maybe not. Maybe the closest she could get would be nonfiction, and figure out what the price range is. Then once you see what the price range is, you're going to be able to figure out, okay, this is what most customers expect to pay for this book. And then you should probably price your book towards the upper end of that price range to maximize your profit. So that is my simple advice for how to price your book. Remember, it's not milk. So you're not using price to drive a purchase. You're using price to not scare someone away who's already ready to purchase your book. Alrighty, thank you very much for listening, and feel free to subscribe to our channel and like and share this post with anyone else you think would be interested.